We need to do a better job of communicating. We need to use new technology. I have 4 websites, 2 Facebook pages, a Twitter page, and everything in between, pushing these ideas of the roadmap. And just so you know what the roadmap is, it's a fiscal plan I introduced last year to tackle our fiscal and economic challenges in this country, to make sure that we fulfill the mission of health and retirement without bankrupting the nation, to pass the next generation on a more prosperous nation, and to make sure we pay off our debts. Now, these are the issues that are going to confront us, and they're going to tackle us if we don't tackle them first. And so my roadmap for America's future, www.americanroadmap.org, walks you through how this plan works. Now, we're going to do more than just that. In Congress, we're going to have the opportunity to propose our ideas for America as an alternative to the Obama administration's ideas. And the budget's going to be a perfect example of that. So you will see a vote on the Obama administration budget. That's what's going on right now in Congress. You will see the Republicans, and I'm the ranking member of the Budget Committee, offering a very clear alternative, stark difference to the Obama budget, which will incorporate many of these ideas. The Obama administration is bringing a budget which, under their own words, brings the biggest transformation of the federal government not seen since the New Deal. It's going to replace the American notion of equalizing opportunity with the European notion of equalizing results. It is a budget that does more to bring us toward a European social welfare state than any budget we have seen in modern history in Congress. We disagree with that trajectory. We think we should renew the American ideal. We think we should take those ideas and principles that built this country, equal natural rights, limited government, freedom, liberty, self-determination, and apply them to the problems of the day. And the problems are especially acute in the area of the size of our government, in our budget, in energy and healthcare and tax policy, whether we're being competitive in the global economy or not. We're going to take those ideas and put them in our budget and bring them to the floor and show the American people, here's how we would do things differently. Here's our alternative vision for America versus their alternative for turning America into another Western European type of nation.
Most of America thinks that you guys didn't have any ideas.
That's exactly right. So you have the White House basically saying the Republicans are the party of no, and they're just saying don't do anything. And that rhetoric can only stand up so long because it defies reality. It is not correct. We have been offering alternatives, and we will continue offering alternatives. I put some alternatives in a Wall Street Journal column the other day, and that's getting said all around America through new media. Because there is no longer a massive monopoly on information in America anymore because of technology, the website, and all of these other new media avenues, we will be able to get our message out. The administration is still in their honeymoon period. They're dominating the airways, but sooner or later, the American people who don't want us to turn America into Europe will look at another vision, and we will show a vision that takes our ideas and confronts the challenges facing us today, that's relevant to people in their lives today, that brings bold ideas and innovative solutions based upon our principles, and we're going to go to the American people with that. And in time, after we continue to push these ideas and propose these alternatives, the American people will have a very big choice. That's what our obligation as Republicans is, and it's what we failed to do in the past. The president cannot be beaten on rhetoric. He has the bully pulpit. But where the rubber hits the road are the actual substance of his ideas, the actual transformation of our government to a massive new amount of spending, taxing, and borrowing. And once those ideas are in concrete, and once people see just the effect of these ideas, of this movement toward more of a social welfare state, people are going to reject that because that is not in keeping with this country. Let me put it another way. We have a left-of-center government of a right-of-center country. And this left-of-center government hopes to move all this stuff into law just this year, and at the end of the day, after a while, they probably hope it will turn our country left-of-center. We need to appeal to this right-of-center country with our ideas and our alternatives, and I think in time we're going to be able to do that. We cannot out-Obama, but we can beat their bad ideas with better ideas, and that's what we're going to do, and it's going to take persistence, it's going to take determination, and we're going to keep doing that, and I think at the end of the day, we're going to give the American people a better choice. If we think the administration is going in the right direction, we've got to work with them. The power we have is the power of persuasion, the power to tell the truth, and the power to offer the American people a choice. We don't have the power to make laws, so we won't be able to run on the laws we made because we are in the minority. So the Democrats have the power to make laws. So we have to go to the American people with the choices that we're offering them. Look, in the past, Republicans committed some key hypocrisies. The hypocrisy of spending. We ran as fiscal conservatives. We eventually went native. Many of us fought this. Many of us fought the earmarking culture, wanted to reform the budget process. But the majority of our party stonewalled those attempts. And we lost the trust of the American people. We need to learn from that mistake. We need to acknowledge that mistake. And the reformers in our party, and I like to count myself among them, are emerging now in the lead of our party. We're pushing the status quo advocates to the side, and we're re-emerging as a reform party. And what we're doing is we're taking those timeless principles we believe in, applying them to the problems of the day, and we're juxtaposing our vision for a renewed America with the Democrats' vision for a social welfare state. And then we're going to be able to go to the American people with very clear, bold differences. The reason the Democrats have done well in the last 2 elections is they ran like Republicans. The president, in his ads, in his speeches, sounded in many ways like a Republican. Most of the Democrats that are in these tough Republican districts ran as if they were Republicans. Well, now they're governing, and they're clearly governing like a very deep left-of-center majority. And so they can't hide behind rhetoric anymore because they're acting, and they're acting far to the left. We have to say, here's who we are, here's what we believe in, and here's how we would do things differently. And after we do that, and it will take time to get that message out, but we have the time to do that, then we're going to give the American people very clear choices. The last few elections have muddled the distinctions between the two parties. The next election, in my opinion, will give the American people a very crystal clear choice on which direction you want to take the country.
Okay, well, that's great. I'm already a friend of Congressman McCarthy's on Facebook, so I guess I need to maybe
Yep, yeah, you go ahead, befriend us.
Because with the stimulus package, the White House is saying, oh, they're going to have to go back to their district and say they voted no. I look at Congressman McCarthy's page, and it's like, thank heaven you voted no. Thank heaven.
Yeah, absolutely, happily. I happily voted against the stimulus package. My calls were 90% opposed to the stimulus package, and I have a district that was carried by Dukakis, Clinton, Gore, and Obama.